Welcome back to Chez La Vie. Loving the boat traffic as usual and the beautiful weather, even though it is still hot as Hades. It is August now, and as you know, Florida in August is not pleasant. But, I just sit here on the back of the boat and daydream about one day when I own a boat like that. But sadly, I can't afford one of those, so I'm just going to have to stick with my old beater. And I guess in that case, I better get my bum to work. Stick around. We've got a lot of really interesting repairs starting this week. Javier is going to come by and expose the leak in the galley, and Mike is going to come by and start to work on revamping the AC pump system. And Jim is going to get his 6'2" body down in that teeny tiny hatch in the forward bilge and get to work on that. So it ought to be good for a little laugh and definitely a lot of progress this week. So as you know, in the last episode, I went home to Texas, and I am super duper excited to be flying back to Florida now because we have finally officially closed on the boat. She is legally mine, and I can really start tearing into these repairs. And I know you're scratching your head going, what? You started repairs on her in June, so what do you mean you can finally start repairs? But honestly, in June and July, we just did the very, very bare minimum to keep her from sinking at the dock before we closed. And the reason the closing was delayed was just paperwork. They used the wrong forms, and the title company didn't think that it would go through with the Coast Guard, so we had to wait several weeks for everybody to get the new paperwork in. So anyways, I am going to hit the ground running. In fact, Mike picks me up from the airport today, and we go straight to the boat, and he is going to outline his plan for the air conditioning pumps. All these hydraulic lines are in the way now, so they're not going to go back where they were originally. And so we're going to pick up with Captain Mike telling me about the AC plans and getting started on that.
Right here, and the two AC pumps are going to be set in a box I'm going to build in this area.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're marking the four corners.
Yeah, so I know I don't go past the blue tape because I don't want extra cuts if we don't need them.
Right.
You know, I want to keep it nice and square.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Jigsaw a little bit, and then a little bit of hand saw the rest.
the matter?
I don't like that.
Don't like what?
It's falling in. I want to take care of that.
You want me to reach through the hatch and hold it up?
Yeah, it's hard to reach.
It's only a few inches. Yeah, let me reach through the other hatch and just hold it.
There. Come on, stay up.
You want me to hold that?
My position.
And there is the hatch.
Here we are. There's our well. Perfect.
Next, he had to start making the box that is going to hold the pumps, and he's using this 1-inch PVC styrofoam board that's surprisingly really strong. I had finally found where the leak in the galley was coming from, and it was covered up by the outdoor kitchen up on the flybridge. And while Mike and I were down working on the AC, Javier was upstairs dismantling the outdoor kitchen. So I went up to check on him. Wow.
Okay.
Javier's the man. Woo!
Yeah. Captain Ramos. There we go. Out. Here, see if that'll work.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Holy crap. All right. So there should be a water shut off to the sink too.
Over here.
There is.
Watch it. Be careful. Be careful.
Yeah, I'll get out of your
I
way.
hit you.
I'll get out of your way. I'll come sit over here in the shade and do my little camera thing.
Yeah. I think it's all rotten.
I know the floor underneath is all rotten. That is all rotten too?
Yeah.
Think we could repair it? Or am I going to have to replace it? Those are just so damned expensive to replace.
No, this is too big repair.
Okay. Yeah, well,
This whole thing, you're going to spend like 10 grand.
yeah, I know. And I don't really want to spend 10 grand on that. I'm going to spend 10 grand on the plumbing.
It's cheap. Believe me. It's got a good price. Okay. Where's my screwdriver?
Oh, God, there's cigarettes back there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the water filter for the ice. So Javier got everything disconnected and we were able to move the outdoor kitchen over so that we could expose that leak. And this is what we found under whatever this damn thing is called. So let me go get you an old spatula. Shit, I threw all those away like a dumbass.
I have one in the container I've got.
So, all right, let me go down and get that, and then I'll turn.
Good quality gloves.
Yeah, I'll get you some fresh gloves too. All right, if you find $100 bill in there, you're buying drinks.
Now it's all on you.
Okay, I'm buying drinks. You can keep the $100 bill. Oh my God! Look, I have a plant growing. That's so sad. All right, let me go get that for you, and I'll be right back. So I ran back downstairs to check on Mike. It's Mikey in a box. How much do you weigh?
I don't know, 160.
Oh my God. I weigh more than you.
Well,
Very nice.
it ain't going anywhere.
All right. Cool
All right,
beans.
one step closer.
One step closer. So this is where we wrapped up the day. Javi had exposed the leak for me so that I could get in there tomorrow and fix it. And Mike had the box in and he'll be back in a few days to start moving the air conditioning pumps into the box. And tomorrow, Jim will be here to start work on the forward bilge. Well, it's another beautiful morning on the river, and I'm headed next door to have coffee, and of course I have to stop and admire the beautiful boat going by. I mean, really, this is like the best part of my day. Jacques came running over, and well, he made a new friend with the ceramic dog. I'm super excited today, though, because Jim is coming, and we're going to start on the forward bilge, and that thing is a mess.
Back of the forward generator. And see if we have any accessibility to go down there, because that's where that hose is going to go to.
Right.
It's going to go up through there and then go underneath. Now what we should do is we should have a that's a tough one, to get 2 toilets into one hose. I would think the best thing to do would to be run the hose from the tank into this compartment. And then put the connector where 2 of them go into one.
Like a Y?
Yeah. And I just don't know how, if it's going to back up into the other one. But if it's up here at deck level, it'll drain into the tank. Once the toilet pushes it into the thing, it gravity feed down into the tank.
Right.
So no matter which one, it won't back up and come up the other toilet, because it can't get past the pump right here. Yeah. This is discharge pump. Water cannot go down through here and then come back out that 2-inch one. It just doesn't happen. Now then, I don't know about these Y valves here. These are kind of funky. The discharge valves.
Yeah. I am all okay pulling that out and redoing everything in there. That was
you
the
left
dream.
You left the breaker disconnected, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this toilet motor here out.
Okay.
We know it's seized up.
Okay.
That one is working, but we know the end is leaking like crazy. It's going to continue to leak.
It needs a service too.
Right. But once I get that one out, I can sit down there and work on that one.
Okay.
And then I can just sand all this, and then I can lay down there and put my hands down into that.
Yeah.
And figure out what we need to do as far as a valve and stuff.
Okay.
If we have to put a valve in, I'm going to need to be down there. That means this is going to have to be gone when I'm doing it.
Okay.
And
just go ahead and pull both toilet pumps out. It'll be easier to work on them when they're out.
And I don't know what I can see from there, and I don't know what is, they may have covered up access into the bilge, the forward generator, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But getting at it from down here, if there was no bow thruster, no problem. We could just crawl back there and work on whatever.
Step number 1, remove the pumps. Puppy's gonna be heavy, isn't he?
No.
No?
No, it ain't gonna be. It's a little bit awkward, that's all.
Okay.
Okay. Look, they already had the salt water in, disconnected.
could just set it on the floor right next to the hatch.
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
I gotta get it untangled from
Yeah.
all the other hoses.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's set it on that floor where you were laying
Okay.
instead of on the steps.
Okay, right here?
Yeah. 'Cause I don't give a shit about that. I am trying to keep the woodwork as nice as possible because it's actually in pretty decent shape.
Yep, it is.
Right.
Okay, so this is one that has to go out.
Yep.
Okay, so this end here, that saltwater feed in, and this is freshwater feed in.
Okay.
The fresh water wasn't hooked up. One of these is the ground, would go right here to the ground. This is power. If you have this ground and that power, the motor spins. This solenoid activates it. The little teeny wires that were here, it gets power from this end.
Right.
And the wire was broken there, and I was trying to put it back on, and the whole solenoid broke open. So that solenoid's no good.
Okay.
Which it's got a big rotted hole in the side.
Yeah.
But they can rebuild it. The thing is, or do you want to go back to saltwater or freshwater flush again?
I'd like to have the option for either or.
Okay. Now you see this fitting down here, the way they got it kinked off and stuff? We could have just bought a shutoff valve at, you know where McDonald's hardware is?
Yes, but you weren't here.
Oh, okay.
I discovered this leak literally the day before I got on the plane. So we were scrambling just to do something to stop it from leaking so bad while I was gone. I didn't want the boat to sink while I was gone.
What we could do is we can buy a shutoff valve and put the shutoff valve directly on the hose right there.
I like that idea.
And then coming out of the shutoff valve, you can go to this. That way, if you have a problem, you could just turn the shutoff valve.
Yes, I'm a big fan of shutoff valves.
Not have to mess with the whole other system.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, right here.
Right.
So this to the tank we have to redo so that both of them discharge into the tank.
Right.
And we have to replace the line from the tank. And once we got all these things out, we can shuffle ourselves down in there to reach down in there. And we may have to have that like that so that when you haul out and we replace the valve, that we'll be able to tighten it up from inside here.
So at the end of the day, we had both the pumps out and some of the plumbing out, and already this bilge is looking much better. And now it is time to unwind and relax, and we will see you next time.